Okay, so this is our high-level submission video for the digital pre-starts project for 4PS software. So let's jump in at how we actually handle this problem currently, because we do have some products that we use to solve this problem currently, mainly through our application 4P Mobile. So 4P Mobile allows teams in the field to complete checklists ranging from simple through to complex forms with more embedded logic. So basically we need to do a check. The staff are going to fill out a pre-start using 4P Mobile. Then that's going to go through to supervisor for approval. So the forms themselves, they can all be done on mobile devices, iOS, Android, tablets, all supported. All that offline use and automatic upload is also supported. So teams don't have to remember to upload their checklist when they're done if they happen to be out of range. So once these go to supervisor, obviously the supervisor can approve through the app, but supervisors can also be emailed copies of the checklist if need be. But it doesn't really stop there, because generally what you're going to then need to do is submit those pre-starts into your quality management system. So the the when, where, and the who is all recorded to meet your audit requirements. And this is important because most large sites need to meet a quality system or a safety or an audit requirement. And a lot of apps on the marketplace don't meet this requirement. And that's one of the reasons we created 4P Mobile in the first place. On top of that, there's also a maintenance issue. So for most sites, completing checklists is not enough. So for compliance purposes, records need to be kept and need to be stored and checked by auditors. For maintenance, we need to keep records as to what was checked and then what needs to be serviced and when, and making sure that our service intervals are done. And then all of that stuff needs to be reported on to figure out what plant assets are causing downtime and what are not. So we do this with our 4P mobile application, but also with our desktop application 4PS. So 4PS and 4P mobile are already in use in the industry to solve this exact problem. And BMA is currently undertaking a assessment of 4P mobile for this use case as well. So used extensively in industry to solve this problem. But in this case, Newcrest really has a little bit of a gap here, because those two solutions alone don't really do it. So Newcrest really needs a project management solution to connect these two things together, because there is a large and complex nature to the checks that you're working on. So really using a standard project management tool like Gantt charts would be the way to approach it. So you could set up the steps and the dependencies and all of that sort of stuff, and then link the people and the pre-starts to them, which then could be completed with 4P mobile. So this is going to enable your control and supervisor teams to be able to clearly see what's been done and what's running behind, and what's going to cause delays, all of that sort of stuff. And that's going to enable your teams to plan the shutdowns beforehand, have the pre-starts all allocated to the right people, and then when it's time to hit the go button on the shutdown, everyone knows what they're supposed to be doing, but the control teams can see when things go wrong, what needs to be done. So in terms of the solution, we think 4P mobile and 4PS is certainly part of the solution, but the gap really is developing a simple project management tool for running the shutdowns. This is going to allow Newcrest to build out the dependencies in the shutdown process. It's going to be able to link those shutdown stages and tasks to the appropriate forms in 4P mobile. It's going to allow 4P mobile to upload that data back into the tool, so that we can then have color coding of the stages, so that control teams can see exactly where we're up to, exactly what has and hasn't been done, and when we can turn plant back online. And then for your future planning, it's going to give you that timing information on where we can optimize and improve that process. So to learn more about it, we've got a number of videos for you, including screen flows and stuff like that, so you can see how the software actually works. Check out that detailed information in our supplementary documentation. Thanks.